Originally, I started this video by cleaning some of the newer snakes, starting with the new common lancehead, Bothrops atrox. But then, 3 even newer snakes arrived by pigeon. That pigeon being Colin of Birdman Exotics. Massive shout out to Colin. And click the description, go to his page and follow him. If anything, just do that. But how about I stop yapping and just show you the video? Sound good? Some new snakes, really? Yeah. Northern Pacific rattlesnake. Baby Northern Pacific rattlesnake. Look at how adorable this is. It's so tiny. Look at those slow tongue flicks. Look at the little button. Adorable. Now, I'm going to try to get some footage on the actual camera because it's definitely not in focus on here. And this thing is just tiny and cute. Baby snakes. So adorable. Wow. No words. Just adorableness. We're going to check out the other new snakes as well. So cute. It would have been nice to keep the same shirt on, but my son spit milk all over it. This is another new snake. Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. This one is high white. Very beautiful. Red coloration and the scales around the diamonds. It's just an incredible snake. I will get some close-up, of course, with the actual camera so you can hopefully see it. Oh look, we got a little rattle. Mexican West Coast rattlesnakes get really big. Competing, in my opinion, with Eastern Diamondback rattlesnakes for length. Now I have to check what the record length of a Mexican West Coast rattlesnake, but I've seen plenty that are pushing over 6 feet long. Massive. Wow. Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. Awesome. Let's get some footage of it and just admire its beauty. What do you say? Alright fam, there's only one more new snake, and this one's thanks to Colin of Birdman Exotics. And we've seen some of these when we visited his house. The slender hog-nosed pit viper. Wow! What an incredible snake. Look at the orange stripe down it. You can't really see it right now, but you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna get some footage on the actual camera and check out this beautiful snake. Slender hog-nosed pit viper. Incredible. Thank you, Colin. Click the description. Go follow him on Instagram. Birdman Exotics. Gotta clean out some of the snakes, starting with the new common lancehead, Bothrops atrox. This is the male. He's darker in coloration, and I just love him. Much more than the female who's lighter in coloration. I'm sorry to her, but the dark colored one right here, incredible. Look at that pattern, kind of copperheadish. Look at that face, kind of goofy, but beautiful. Wow. Bothrops atrox, common lancehead. Incredible. And then here's the female. You see what I mean? Lighter in color. She's much bigger, as you can see. Beautiful. But I like the darker male just a little bit better. Wow. 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 Now here's all the footage that I captured on the actual camera of all the new snakes. Starting with the baby Northern Pacific rattlesnake. Look at that cute face. And wait until you see those green eyes. Wow. Now the Northern Pacific rattlesnake is a medium-sized species. Average length would be around 3 feet. But of course there's some individuals that have been recorded at lengths of even close to 5 foot long. But seeing one that large is highly unlikely. Now with Northern Pacific rattlesnakes, you can see the pattern on this baby is very defined. But as they age, they typically fade out a bit. They still have the pattern, still very beautiful, but tend to get a little bit more dull. But this snake is just so awesome. The thing I love most about the Northern Pacific rattlesnake are those bandings close to the tail. And I'll mention it every time. Babies are born with a little button. Just one tiny segment. Makes no sound if they shake their tail. Each time they shed their skin, they gain a segment. So the myth that you can count the number of segments to tell the age of a rattlesnake is what I said, a myth. Because each time they shed, they gain one. And also when the rattle gets long, As the snake moves through the environment, it can get caught on things and break off. So, it's not a way to tell the age of a rattlesnake. But what do you think of this little baby? Isn't it just so adorable? Now here's the footage of the Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. This one's a juvenile, so not baby, but still very small. Look at this pattern. And you remember how I said high white? Well, some are almost like greenish in color. But this one's just incredible with the highly defined pattern. And this species, as its name suggests, is endemic to the western part of Mexico. Mexican West Coast rattlesnake. As I mentioned earlier, they get large. And I ended up looking up the maximum recorded length, which is a little over 6.5 foot. Now eastern diamondback rattlesnakes, the maximum recorded is 8 foot. But I'm telling you, I believe out there's some that are competing with that length. They get so big. Now as this one ages, even though it's high white right now, it will probably end up turning a little olive green in coloration. And earlier I mentioned the reddish color in the diamond pattern. It's along the outside. It doesn't pick up well, but in person, it's just so cool. But what do you think of this Mexican West Coast rattlesnake? Isn't it adorable? Look at those eyes. Wow. Now the slender hognose pit viper. My favorite part is that orange line going down the back. It's just amazing. Look how vibrant that orange is. Orangish, orange. Look at that face, Bothrops like. Now these were a species belonging to the Bothrops genus, but now they are Porthidium. Now this is a relatively small species. Average length would be around 2 foot. And another thing about the pattern, even though I love that little orange stripe, is that blotchy pattern is awesome as well. And I forgot to mention where they're found. They occur in Central America. But what do you think of the slender hognose pit viper? Pretty cool, huh? Now the common lancehead, this is the male, the darker one. Now these can get quite large. Females will get larger than males, around 4 to 5 foot long. Wow, look at that face. And these, like many other snakes, will shake their tail similar to a rattlesnake. The difference is the rattlesnake took it to the next level with the evolution of a rattle, but when these get scared and defensive, they'll shake their tail too. This is a female, lighter in coloration, very beautiful still, but the darker male, again, I just love that one. But look at that pattern, so cool, similar to the Hershey Kiss pattern of a copperhead. What do you think of the common lancehead? But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, click like, click subscribe. And I want to give a big shout out to my channel members. If you want to support my channel, become a channel member, get early access to videos, exclusive videos, and a shout out at the end. Also want to give a shout out to my Patreon members. If you want to support me over there, you also get early access to videos, exclusive videos, and a shout out at the end. And a big thank you to those that donate in other ways. I love y'all very much, and I'll see y'all soon.